I wasn't even hungry, you got me eating.
To spray or not spray your meat. Today we're going to find out what the difference is with these beautiful black Angus briskets. Before we start this video off, I want to talk to you about the best barbecue website in the whole wide world. What are you looking at? It's really true. Pitmasterx.com. All the recipes are there, all the good stuff is there, so make sure you check it out. We got a whole summer's worth of barbecuing with all kinds of goodness, so go there after this video. With that out of the way, we can take a look at these beautiful black Angus briskets. Oh, it's brisket time, it's brisket time, it's brisket time, brisket time. They look so good. I absolutely love the black Angus briskets, mainly because they're more affordable than the Wagyu. And with that, they still have a great amount of intermuscular fat. Look at that, all of that little marbling that goes within that muscle. It just looks so good. But we can't actually serve them up like this. We need to get the fat off. Because if we leave the fat on, it's going to be a problem for the flavor to go into the meat, and we need that flavor. Now if you want, you can leave the whole fat cap on, but I want rub on it, and more importantly, we're doing a spray experiment. So if we don't have any access to our meat, then it doesn't actually make any sense to do this experiment. Sometimes when I cook brisket at home, I like to leave the fat on. This is just between you and me. If you ever cook the brisket just with salt, with the fat on, and you cooked it low and slow for a long period of time, it's good. It's really good. But of course, we're doing another experiment, and that's even better because the spray that I got for you guys is like crazy good. And that's why we have two of them. Two beautiful briskets. One we're going to spray, and the other one we're not going to spray. And then we're going to compare them, and me and Morrison will give you our expert opinion on if it's any good or not. I'm working my way between the fat and the meat, slicing off as much fat as I can without cutting into the meat. Also, I want to get off the big chunks of fat, like the real hard fat. That's not going to render down, that's not going to do anything for our meat, and it's in the way of our flavor. Once we got these briskets all beautiful and trimmed up, it's time to season them. And because we are doing an experiment, I'm keeping it simple with just salt and pepper. I'm using fleur de sel, which is a light sea salt with a coarse structure, and I'm using some pre-ground black pepper. I make sure I season all sides and both of the briskets equally much. And now they are ready to hit our smoker. Two briskets fit perfectly in our Bernhard smoker. These are going to be cooked perfect. And of course I want to make sure I put my thermometer in it, making sure this thing doesn't overcook. Gotta always keep an eye on the temperature. It doesn't only tell you the temperature inside the meat, but also the temperature that is surrounding the meat. So this is the perfect thermometer for the job. There we go. Close this up. Now we're going to let it pick up smoke, and then we'll start working on our spray. Now it's time to make our spray, starting by making a good barbecue rub, consisting of 1 part salt, half a part black pepper, half a part paprika powder, half a part onion powder, half a part garlic powder, a 1/4 part cumin powder, and a 1/4 part cinnamon powder. Mix that all up, and it's ready to go in our coffee machine. That's right, our coffee machine. Put it in the filter, add water to the machine, and let the machine do its job. Once you got the extract of this beautiful barbecue rub, put it in a spray bottle. Add a little bit of whiskey and a little bit of Worcester sauce to boost things, and it's done. Ready to start spraying. The briskets have been on for 2 hours and they picked up a good amount of smoke color. Look at that mahogany red, absolutely beautiful. You can also see that they dried out on the outside a little bit, starting to build up that bark, And now is the time to start spraying. I'm spraying on just enough to get a little bit of fluid on the outside. We're going to let this evaporate and continue this process every 30 minutes. Our meter thermometer told me, wow! You see that? There was a crocodile inside. No, I just let the lid slip. You see in your face. What the thermometer told me, our brisket that we didn't spray was done. And look at it. It built up a huge crust. Hard, dark, almost black. And the one we did spray, it's a little bit more moist on the outside. And it's a little bit more, I don't know, less hard and crusty, but definitely a good bark still. So there's a huge difference. The one we sprayed looks really moist and still like not that super dark, and the one that you didn't spray like became hard on the outside, but it also cooked faster, so it's done. I'm going to wrap that one up. I'm going to put it in my cooler and I'm going to let it sit there while the other one is cooking still. Then I'm going to wrap that one up as well, and when they're both rested, we're going to slice into them and do the comparison on the taste. Who's going to win? Sprayed or the one that we didn't spray? Oh, that's scary. It's scary, Morrison. Two fantastic looking briskets, and I can clearly see the difference between the two. We got the one that we didn't spray, which is a lot drier on the outside than the one that we did spray. And of course, that's like the logical thing. We did around 8.5 to 9 hours of the brisket that we did spray. And I think the one that we didn't spray was around 6 hours. Pretty quick, but they're smaller briskets. They're around 4.5 to 5 kilograms. So I think there's only one way to find out. But which one do I start with? The natural or the sprayed one? Natural one as a reference. How would it taste without being sprayed? Oh, here we go. I got myself a nice slice. Look at the size of this thing. It has a little pull, but not much. It's nice and juicy. Big fat smoke ring. Oh, that's pretty tasty. It's good. Perfect amount of salt and pepper.
I just love that smoke ring. Perfect smoke ring.
This is a brisket that I still enjoy, like black Angus, Wagyu briskets. They're good briskets. It's hard to mess them up. But when you treat them right with smoked salt and pepper, they always turn out perfect.
I must say, Roel, this one so far is way juicier than it looks. I wasn't even hungry. You got me eating.
But now I want to know if spraying the brisket adds something to it. Does it make it better? I kind of hope so.
The strange thing, it does look juicier.
And again, we got a nice brisket, nice pull to it. Right off the bat, way more flavor.
I got way more flavor.
If I have to choose, I want to have this brisket. I'll have mine sprayed. Even though the bark on this looks stronger, the bark on the sprayed one ended up being just as strong, but flavor-wise, much more flavor depth, a lot better.
Would I go for that juicy, well, natural, basic brisket?
Boring.
Well, I think it's boring too. Okay, so you agree with me. This one,
Yeah.
way more flavor.
There's only one way to fix it.
Yep.
Make it official, because you and I agree.
Yep.
Sprayed, more flavor. Sprayed, or are you gonna go for?
Come on. Sprayed? No, go for sprayed. No, it's unfair because it's dangling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's better.
That's better. Dude, there's something wrong with the dog. I think seriously, I think we broke the dog.
Okay, just stick with the story.
I do hope you guys enjoyed our brisket. And if you think we broke the dog, then leave us a big thumbs up and maybe we can save some money for another dog.
Yeah, tell us what to do about it.
Yeah. Bring it to the animal shelter or something.
Come on, she can hear us.
Yes, honey, I know.
She's
You're
crying.
not going to the animal shelter. No, not really. Yes, no, it's just a joke. Hey, it's just a joke. Don't do it. Don't do it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you did, then leave us a big thumbs up in the comment down below. Check out the website for every detail and everything you need to know. Special thank you to our patrons and the YouTube members. Morrison, say something. I'm out of here.
Hope to see you next time. Until then.
Eet smakelijk. Keep on grilling.
Woo!
And don't let the dog eat.